Hey, what's up, listeners and viewers? Welcome to the Cornerstone Podcast. This is Rob. We got Nelly, Eric, and Phil here on this episode 7. Please subscribe, like, and comment on the content. As we're looking forward to doing some big things. So, any critique or criticism, good or bad, we'll definitely take it. So anyway, fellas, what y'all got going for this week?
First of all, what's up, everybody? Hope everybody is healthy, in good spirits. In this quarantine episode, I got to apologize in advance if you hear any kids in the background. I'm sure everybody's going through the same situation right now. So, other than that, I'm doing good. I'm healthy. So, can't complain for the most part.
Shit, I'm chilling, man. Just chilling. Working, chilling. That's about it, G. What about you, Phil?
Man, I'm good, bro. I'm just chilling, same as you, man. Just man, I've been trying to get out the house, man. I've been going to work at 3:00 in the morning, coming back home at like 8, 9, just trying to get to the office just to get some breathing, some air. But I mean, other than that, man, I'm straight, man.
All right, cool, man. Well, for me, this is day 2 of a 5-day work week for me. So I got a 3 to 11 shift. So just trying to get through this week so I can have my 10 days off and do some additional projects around the house, continue to do the homeschooling with the kid and catch up on TV shows and stuff. So, that's pretty much on my docket for now.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I actually went ahead and paid for the homeschooling for the kid, man. The school situation just got too hectic. And now that, now the kid's out for the rest of the school year, so it's going to be a lot of real adjustments that's going to have to be made now. These kids going to fall behind, man. So that's why I had to go ahead and pay for the schooling.
Now, what type of schooling, as far as like e-learning, have you paid for?
So it's actually a homeschooling. So it's accredited homeschooling company I got from Eric's wife. Her kid's been homeschooled, as far as I know, forever.
Mm-hmm.
And they real smart kids. They real in tune with what's going on. And they mindful manner. Their children with good manners. So hopefully I got her started. I got my little one started on it probably Wednesday or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And, she adjusting to being at home but on a school schedule. So she just got to get used to that. But yeah, it's an accredited school. So I mean, if she continues through it, she can advance to the next grade on schedule. I actually got her doing 3rd grade work. She's only in 2nd grade. So I have her doing a 3rd grade as if she's in 3rd grade right now. So hopefully all things go well. She might skip a grade. Shit, I don't know. We'll see.
On the other side of that, though, I have a senior high schooler in the house. So it's a little disappointing for her as far as prom, graduation. So right now we're trying to decide what's gonna happen going forward. So she's a little disappointed when it comes to that. So I'm pretty sure she's not the only one at this point. A lot of people proms and graduations was canceled. So so I feel for a lot of those seniors out here this year. This year has been totally turned upside down for a lot of high schoolers, especially seniors. So, my other child, she's actually was doing extra classwork anyways through the program. She doesn't go through private school though. She do a charter school. So they was already doing the whole online things to begin with. So I'm not sure if it's credited towards her grade or going forward, but they've been giving her homework every day. So I'm not sure if it's at this point. I'm not sure if it's what's the word I'm looking for, mandatory, but she's been doing it. So at least keeping her busy for the most part.
Man, you know what you said, but now, I seen a meme the other day. Well, not a meme, but a video. Some lady gave her daughter a prom in the house. It's like they decorated the whole house and they had her. And then I really don't know if they had the boyfriend there or the guy or, whoever else was there. But I know they decorated it. They was dancing, trying to keep a little spirits up. But yeah, it's kind of fucked up how it turned out this year.
And that's probably what we're gonna do. Right now, though, we can't go nowhere. We can't really plan anything. So it's either a house or nothing at this point. You know,
Yeah, right. That's what they gotta do.
we
Like
definitely, but we definitely gonna look into doing something in the future. It all depends on, how long this stay at home order is going to go into effect. If it ends, just hypothetically, if it ends at the end of May, maybe we can get out and do something in June. Maybe rent out a hall or something. You know what I mean? And
yeah, I would think that they'll probably scurry to try to get at least graduation done for kids if they had the order to let people move about normally. But I mean, with the schools closed, I think it's still going to be an effort that had to be done by parents, and there's probably going to be some teachers that want to see something happen for the kids. But yeah, I mean that's something we're gonna have to wait and see, because it's definitely a big hole left by not being able to graduate. You know what I'm saying? Not be able to walk across that stage. That's a big moment for kids.
You know what? I just thought about this just now. If they want to have like a real graduation, even with this whole order going on, I think that they should do it by time slots through homerooms.
You know what? I just saw the military did a induction, either an induction or a graduation class where Mike Pence spoke, and they had them all out. They was just spaced out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't see why they can't do it. Weather breaks, keep the kids away from each other.
They could do it outdoors. By homeroom with time slots, so that way people can just come and go, and parking lots won't be full. Right, seats could be spread out. I mean, to me, that's the best way they can do it.
And I'm pretty sure that's probably what's going to happen. I think a lot of schools were just kind of waiting and seeing to see before they made any type of decisions about what they're going to do. I think a lot of schools was hoping that the kids can go back to school at some point. So as the time goes on, now that it's been said that the school is canceled, I think we're going to probably start seeing different schools try different little methods to, at least do graduation. So.
Man, let me ask you, since you got older kids, have any of their teachers been running by their house or driving by their house, waving at them and shit like that? Or is that only in certain neighborhoods with certain color students?
That's the first time you're hearing about that. So I'm assuming not. I haven't heard about it.
Ain't nobody running through the south side.
No, ain't nobody.
I doubt it. I doubt it. So.
Now, Eric, since the quarantine, it seemed like your kids haven't really missed a beat as far as their education, because they've been homeschooled pretty much for years. Now, can you kind of explain as far as like the process of like getting like a paid like accreditation for homeschooling today, if you want to start something like that?
Well, I mean, if you want to, like Phil just said, you want to start it up, they got different things that you can go in and see, like what kind of classes, what I'm finna do, and like he was saying, you really can go through 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade. I'm telling you, like, they've been doing it, but honestly, like with them, it's like if you got them kids, and like Phil was saying, they've been like trained. I mean, they've been doing it for so long. We got the upstairs, it's a damn classroom type stuff. So it's like they come in, hell, they think they in school. You know what I'm saying? They go in, they do the classes, go through it, get it checked, and it's like I say, everything on computer. Then, man, I honestly, I love it and I don't like it. I love it because like in this age and era, it's so messed up outside. And I'm not talking about Corona. I just mean like just living in Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
Especially since the weather's getting better too.
Yeah, the bullshit just walking back to and fro from school and all that.
Yeah.
But me and my wife, we talk about sometimes you don't want to shelter them too much. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They need that social interaction too. It plays a big part.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, so look, the kids, they be on it. They do their shit. Like I said, they bring stuff down. We look through it. I'd be like, man, they really going to school. Like, they really doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Rob, it's just like when like an online college. You go, you can talk to an administrator or somebody in faculty that talk to you about the programs, what they expect to be learning. They have a core curriculum of math, social studies, science, and reading and as they get older, they start to add more curriculum. You pay for it monthly. Kid logs in the morning, starts working. The parent has access to see, how much time they've been spending, see their grades, report cards, all that information is right there. I actually gave access to her teacher so she can keep an eye on her just to make sure that the curriculum is lining up with what they are doing in school. But
Appreciate
I
it, man.
think for me, it's just, she sits right next to me while I'm working at home. And that was the main thing for me. Like CPS, they had the whole e-learning thing set up, but to me is way too unorganized. If you got an 8-year-old who uses a computer primarily just for playing games or reading, books and stuff like that, they're not going to be good at switching applications and logging in here and all of that kind of stuff. So that take you away from doing what you got to do. I mean, in this case, me, I can't constantly be running back and forth trying to log a student into one program for them to use it for 30 minutes to switch to another program. And I got to walk her through what she got to do. It's just like, it was way too unorganized. This, I put her in front of the computer. She logs in. She picks the course that she's going to do for the time frame that I tell her, which is an hour per class, which is going to be more than she would do at school anyway. So an hour per class, she's doing a reading language arts for an hour. Then she get a break. Then she do math for an hour. Then she get a break. You know what I'm saying? So it is a whole lot easier from a routine standpoint, and it keeps me from being able, makes it possible for me to do my work.
So how many courses per day is she doing?
She's doing 4, math, reading, science, and social studies. Then they have like special work, like side stuff where we got to print out stuff for spelling words, things like that.
Like homework.
Yeah, like homework.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I also introduced some stuff, some classic, write this 500 times type shit, just because I got it works. But you know what I'm saying? Just from an organizational standpoint, man, CPS, they dropped the ball. Right now everybody doing Zoom meetings. I got some parents telling me, their kids do a Zoom meeting every hour and a half with their teacher to go over their courses. I got another person say they don't use Zoom. It's just too unorganized. It's too inconsistent. So
that's why I think they close the school. Now, I ain't mean to cut you off here, but that's why I think they just get school over with, because the e-learn, they dropped the ball. People were saying how I'm supposed to go through it. Like, my daughter not homeschool. She over here. Her mother sent me the link. We go on the link. I'm looking like the shit was Greek to me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. What the fuck is this?
Right. Wow. So I'm looking like, man, I damn near said, well, we got to put her in homeschool. But like you said, since they school year over, we'll see how you don't want to be left behind, like Nelly was saying and shit. Like,
it's curious to find out, because this would be keep it 100, fellas. We talking about kids homeschooling. Phil, you paying for homeschooling. We probably like 1%. There's a group. I'm pretty sure there's a nice group of people that ain't giving a shit about kids and homeschooling. So right, I'm pretty sure that public school coming into the next year, or whenever this situation kind of get a handle on it, they're gonna have to find something to program to catch these kids who's not fortunate enough to have parents to care about their education. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna have to have something in place to catch these kids back up come next school year, right, if there is a next school year, and get them back up to speed. But I think it kind of shows us as parents, that how spoiled or we've been all this time. A lot of times, you dropping your kids off to school, you don't really think too much about it. Like, all right, have a good day at school. I'm out. I'm going to work. Now it's teaching these parents now how hard it is, and just the respect that teachers should be getting to begin with, how hard it is to teach kids, and how much of a daily grind it is to put work into kids' education. So I hope at the end of the day that parents would kind of realize how important it is, not just to be in your kid's life socially, but I mean just educational wise too. It ain't easy. A lot of teachers are not only just teaching these kids, they also and some raising them too. So
Hey, they say that all the time. That, like people joke about it, but
yeah,
them teachers underpaid.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, way
for
underpaid.
sure,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
They
sure,
under fucking paid for real,
Yeah.
for
man.
sure.
And watching your badass kids too at that. So
You know,
Yeah.
badass kids.
If you go on if you go on Instagram, you go on Facebook, or you can tell some of these parents are hurting right now. They man, I'm sick of these kids, or this and that. I mean, that's life, you know. And
That's
I think if we go back to what it was back in our parents' day, where parents actually invested in their kids on a daily basis, I think the world will be a better place right now. You know, I think right now everybody moving so fast, life is happening so fast for a lot of people. We forget about the simple things in life, which is just investing in your family, you know, investing in your kids' future and education, you know. Like he said, you know, some of the stuff for us, you know, we're a little older, some of the stuff is kind of foreign, but at the same time, we should never get to the point where we complacent, where we just can't help our kids with schoolwork. You know, we all should be in a situation where we can at least go online and try to figure some stuff out, you know.
Yeah, I
So
mean, it's a lot of parents that's behind, not really technically savvy, that can understand what's going on with their kids' school. But I mean, it it's more to it than just the teachers, though. I mean, CPS as a structured organization is just not smart to me, in my opinion. If I could come up with a curriculum for my kid that's better than the schools in 5 minutes, y'all have a collective of minds who are trained professionally to teach people, and y'all can't come up with a better solution than this. To me, with all the money that's invested in schools, when school got canceled, they should have immediately started seeking out home schools and pay for all of the kids to go. You talking about, for me, I think it's like $275, maybe $300 a month. I was already paying that for her to go to school anyway. Aftercare, food, lunch, pickups, drop off, all that stuff. When you add it all up, I was paying that anyway. So yeah, it wasn't a big deal for me to pay it. But for the other parents who don't have that money at their leisure, if they paying for aftercare, they paying $100 a week or something like that. So they got some money. Right. But the school district, they got this money, man. They could have invested very simply in a program like the one I'm using, or one of the millions of other, homeschooling programs. Pay for all these kids to go. They giving laptops and computers out to all these kids, so it ain't like they ain't got money. It ain't like they don't have the resources. They just not doing it.
It seems to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, fellas, it's like private schools, the what's the other schools?
Boarding schools, military schools,
charter schools. They always seem to be a step or two ahead of the CPS.
Yeah.
So with CPS being the biggest of the group, you would think that at least technically wise, or they would be ahead of the curve a little bit. But like you said, Phil, they kind of behind the 8 ball a little bit.
It's politics too. I mean, you think about it like this: if you get everybody in homeschool and parents start seeing that their kids getting smarter in homeschool, who the hell finna send their kids to school anymore? So now our teachers gonna be out. They just have to find a balance between making the teachers monitor the kids while they at home, use this simple program to walk them through school, and we can what I'm saying, they can make it a couple of months until we actually have students facing schools. But even when they go back, you got such an imbalance education in the educational system. You got kids in Schiller Park. They in they second grade doing fourth grade work, and you got kids in South Shore in second grade doing first grade work. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of political bullshit purposely done to keep our kids at different levels. It's not fair, and it's lazy.
And I think at least for my oldest daughter, she pretty much went to private school up to till 7th grade, and the school that she was at was very educational forward based, and I think she might have skipped a grade. I think she's gonna be in 8th grade next year. But you could tell that if you put the work, if Chicago Public School put in the work with a lot of these kids are a lot smarter than what they are.
Yeah.
You just have to get them the tools to do it. And I could tell with my daughter now, like I wasn't sure how she was gonna transition from a private school to, even though it's not a public school, but she's going to a charter school, but it's a different environment, man. She acing it, man. I mean, she's doing great, So, but I think a lot of work that she's doing now, she's already doing in private school already.
Right.
So now it's more or less she just whatever she's learning, she catch on really quick because she already been there already,
Mm-hmm.
And I think, as Phil was saying, if Chicago Public School was just put in a little bit more work into the technical part of it all, like you said, do a Zoom class once or twice a week to help with homework, or to help with projects. There's no money in that. Everybody has phone and laptops for the most part, or tablets. You just got to put in the technology to do it.
Right. And then with this stimulus that they rolled out, a friend of mine was posting on Facebook, Walmart before the stimulus, packing up all of these TVs and stacking them all up in the house. And then the day after the stimulus came out, the whole racks was gone. To me, man, I think they should have sent out vouchers for computers, useful shit, because niggas just buy any fucking thing, dude. I mean, they just got TVs with their tax money and they done went and bought
Man, that stimulus was literally Black Friday. That's all it was.
All over again.
All over again.
Man, but how many TVs, how many flat screens do you need? You know what I'm saying?
They got news reels in the back.
Niggas got 60-inch TV screens in the bathroom.
Right.
In the bathroom.
Watching 2579. He ain't got cable and shit because he can't pay.
It's the stimulus check, man, is interesting because I read I don't know if you guys read Crane magazine, but it's the business magazine.
Yeah.
And they was talking about just investment in the neighborhood, and they had a picture of 79th and Halsted, and pretty much the difference between, like, say, the South and West Side and the West. If right now, if Black people in particular, the stimulus check, for instance, put their money together, buy some property, especially on the South Side, Inglewood, it's pretty much dirt cheap at this point. Buy some property, buy a building. Why not buy a multi-unit building? You know what I mean? Rent it out. Maybe you can stay there. The family can stay there. Fix it up yourself. You know what I mean? And then invest money into each other. You buy one building and it leads to another building. That's what Black people, I think, is missing. It's like you said. As soon as you get some money. Yes, the other day I was out working. This Saturday, matter of fact, Saturday, and some Jordans that came out. Now, granted, gym shoe store is not quote unquote essential.
Right.
But why do you got people online to buy Jordan? And of course, they was all Black. Like, our priorities are really fucked up.
Because y'all love Michael Jordan.
Our priorities are fucked up, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think as for Black people, we need to really get our head out our ass and really pay attention to what's going on. Because you got every other race out here investing in each other, investing in buildings. Like Inglewood right now, there's nothing in Inglewood right now. But you know what's going to happen? Somebody's going to come in Inglewood, buy everything up.
Yep.
And then we're going to 10 years from now, we're going to be complaining that everybody getting pushed out.
Yep.
So I think for Black people, we need to really take a serious look at each other. TVs, gym shoes, cars, rims, it doesn't get you anywhere in life. You know what I mean? And we all got kids. You got to start thinking about generational wealth for first and foremost.
Yeah.
A lot of people that I see, at least at work, in Hispanic neighborhoods, they got multi-unit buildings, and they all pretty much all family. They all they all put on the phone, they all put on the gas bill, they all put on the light bill, they fix up the building themselves. Why can't we do the same?
A long time ago, somebody kind of made something clear to me that as Black people, it's our goal to get out of the house once we turn 18, to become adults and go out into the world and be adults. But that really doesn't translate into success in the real world. You look at other races, they stay home until they've built enough wealth to actually sustain a family. So you have, white people, obviously they go to college, they're on the road to success because of their privilege, but they generally stay home longer. They get, usually a girl will won't move out until she's married. You know what I'm saying? That's typical in a white family. Hispanic people, we already talk about them. We all know, love the Hispanic people, love y'all. It's 100 of them in the house. You know what I'm saying? They all working. They all put money in the house. They go buy a business. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Asian people the same way. It's a bunch of them in the house. They all working. They all saving money. All put money towards putting one kid in Harvard or MIT or something like that.
Right.
Black people, as soon as we turn 18, you got to get the fuck up out of here.
17, man. You
17,
can go.
you got to go. You know what I'm saying? Now there's another kid out here trying to figure out life. You know what I'm saying? Ain't never worked. Well, they may have worked, but they only work some unsubstantial job. They don't have any professional skills. They don't have any ability to barely even talk to people. You know what I'm saying? On a professional level, they don't have interview skills. All of these skills that they lack, and they are forced into these nominal jobs where they don't make enough money. You know what I'm saying? In order to sustain themselves. So ultimately, they result to doing what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? So we need to look at, why are we putting our kids out so they're in such a hurry? What are we in such a rush to do? You know what I'm saying? When they
Not a damn
become
thing.
adults.
Not a damn thing.
Not a damn. You're right.
Because like most of us wasn't ready to have kids from the get-go. And about the time that kid reaches 17, 18, we just wait for them to get out so that we can live our life. You know
exactly. But your life is over with at that point. Don't nobody want your eight kid having 39-year-old ass.
But fellas, I think it start at home first. Like you said, a lot of us having kids, but in my situation, I wasn't raised in a household where I was taught credit. I was raised in a household where I was taught financial freedom. It was more or less, okay, you get up, you work every day, you work hard, you provide for your family, and you keep it moving. In the meantime, I didn't know how to work on my credit. I didn't know what financial. All I knew was I did check to check, I pay my bills, and I get up and go to work the next day. That was our parents' generation. I think for us, as that next generation, older generation now, I think that's important for us to teach our kids what it is to know financial freedom, what it is to be have credit. If you have all the money in the world and you want to go get a loan or you want to buy a house, the first thing they're gonna look at is your credit.
Regardless of how much money you're putting down, regardless.
Exactly. So I think as adults, we gotta teach our kids that first and foremost. Me personally, much as I love education and going to school, I get out of that. But education in the school to me is another bill. It's not. And with today's situation now, with this COVID-19, a lot of business probably gonna go out of business anyway. So imagine a lot of these kids out of college right now, working these jobs, entry level jobs, and they get laid off because the business went under. What do you have to fall back on? So I think that as Black people, Black parents specifically, we need to teach our kids financial freedom early. Like you said, Phil, when it comes to that's kicking them out at 18, what's the point? I don't mind my kids staying at home. At least, like I said, get a job, go to school, one or two.
Stack up,
stack your money,
contribute to this house.
Right. And when you get to that point, you be prepared for it.
What my mom had did was, back then, a lot of us pushed our kids to the military, and some of them still do. But what my mom did was she took all of the money that I would give her when I was staying with her, and she just held on to it. She ain't had no use for it because, she had her own money to do whatever she wanted to. So when I was contributing to the house, I was saving money. I didn't know that. So when it came time where I needed something and I didn't think I had the money, here you go. It's taken care of. You invest. She took that money and invested back into me without me knowing. And it's like I say, man, parents want to get their kids out the house so fast. You don't even want to be home. You want to kick your kids out the house so you can go on vacation. There ain't nobody in your damn house. So It don't
Right.
even make no sense.
Exactly.
You know, you worried about kids, you know, having company over. I mean, if you teach your kids respect from a young age, they're not gonna be doing all that
They're not
stupid
gonna
shit.
be doing that bullshit. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I wish I would have. I wish I would have been at home throwing big ass parties in my house and my mom would come home. I'd have been dead.
Yeah.
There would be no.
Yeah.
You know, I just think, I guess after this we can move on. I just think that the demise of the black family is part of it, man. I think at some point we need to take a hard look at our culture and decide which way we want to go, because you know white folks, they already had a head start a long time ago.
Right.
You know they gonna be good. Like you said, Phil. You look at the Asian families, they have a system, and it's a system that goes down family line.
Yeah.
Hispanics, they have a system. You could tell. I had a conversation with a gentleman the other day. How many black roofers do you see? Most people that get in their roof fixed are usually Hispanic. You know, like why can't we can't even have a trade where you can consistently see black men? You know,
Hey,
there's
the dude
something.
did my roof over all bass. The shit was still leaking. I like going to the Mexicans too, man. Fuck it.
I trade is rap music, nigga.
Yeah, sports entertainment, man. That's all it is.
So all y'all listening and watching, get a real trade, because you're not gonna go to the NBA. If you 20 years old and you ain't already in a draft conversation,
Or you ain't already got hit
honestly,
people out there.
Man,
I mean,
you
trade-
ain't gonna make it, bro. Give it
I
up.
got a buddy I went to school with, man. He do construction. And I talked to him the other day. He made 6 figures.
Easy.
6 figures.
I mean, trades are recession proof. You can
Yes.
always have a job no matter
Yes.
what situations are going on in the economy. You will always be working.
Always.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just that we have to change our focus a little bit when it comes to what we think is important as a society. You know, like you said, Phil, it ain't all about everybody. It's not going to go to the NBA. Everybody's not going to always go to the NFL. Somebody got to build a building. Somebody got to fix roofs.
Yeah.
Somebody got to unclog toilets.
Yeah.
You know,
And make $120 an hour doing it.
exactly. Somebody got to do it. But as parents, we have to put that seed in our kids' mind early. Because once they hit 16, it's too late. It's too late. You know, we have to put that seed. Exactly. And I'm sorry, you know, a lot of our parents was always get your education. But once you get your education, how do you live? You know, how do I pay a bill? Or how do
How am I pay a bill if I already got college loans out here, motherfucker, left and right?
Exactly.
I mean, honestly, to me, colleges at this point should be for like a specific specialty, you know, doctors, lawyers. But besides that, just to go to college to get a $80,000 loan for like a liberal arts degree, I mean, that is so outdated. It is crazy. So
stupid.
Yeah, man. So yeah, for all of y'all who trying to go to college, please go into those type of fields, those STEM fields, you know, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Absolutely.
Stick to those fields. But besides that, go to trade school, go to the military, just to kind of like try to find yourself. Because as far as for me, when I graduated high school, I wasn't mentally ready to go to college. And plus, I'm glad I didn't go to college right away. I probably would have been in debt right now over student loans. But, you know, I went to the military. I was able to get the Illinois Veterans Grant, you know, benefit, in which the state had paid my tuition. So once I got home and went to college, I was just literally just pocketing my Montgomery GI Bill. It was just free money I was just pocketing. So I pretty much had a stress-free college experience. So it's as many brothers and sisters that can kind of go that route if they can't, you know, go into a specialty, into the STEM field or get a trade. Go to the military. It's so many opportunities. Actually, I'm gonna do a video sometime next week, and I'm gonna talk about military benefits with my cousin because he pretty much know about that stuff.
That's what's up.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
man.
it's definitely multiple paths to get the job done, man. And we just leaving it open for other people to take advantage of. And those people end up taking advantage of us. You know what I'm saying? Instead of us going and becoming bricklayers, somebody else go and do it, and they come and charge us way more money than we can afford to pay because, you know,
we ain't got nobody we can talk to that can do it.
Exactly. So, yeah, I mean, for all the young people out there, you know, it's not dropping your dreams to pursue something that's always going to be beneficial for you for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? If you know how to build something, you will be able to build something for the rest of your life. So definitely seek out different alternative ways of thinking about your education and how you can perform in life. And stop using white people as an excuse, because information is out here. It's free. You know what I'm saying? And resources, being resourceful is a wonderful skill. And the information is out here. You just got to seek it out. You can't keep hiding behind white people making it hard for me and all that shit. No, you making it hard for yourself by making excuses. Get out here, get the information, take advantage of all the resources you can, and make the most out of your own life. And don't blame nobody else for something you ain't gonna get up and do yourself.
I like that.
Phil, you party now, Phil. Phil out here party now.
Man, look.
Okay. All right.
My boss sent me to work, told me I need to go and build a robot next weekend. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? I don't build robots. I'm being there next Saturday building a motherfucking robot. That's what life is about, man. Being resourceful and taking this path and making the most out of it.